So I'm having a chat with Tom Webber. How are you?
Really good, thanks, man. How you doing? All right?
Yeah, not too bad. Thanks so much. So we've been playing a new single of yours called "Keep Calling." Tell us a little bit about the single, first of all.
Well, the single's kind of about like the narrative of the single is kind of about saying farewell to kind of a friendship or a friend from years before you've kind of disconnected with, and one half still wants to keep connection, but you perhaps don't. And it's got a bit of a kind of indie vibe to it, bit of old style synthesizers and yeah, a bit modern production. So sort of same kind of thing as I've been doing before, I guess.
Yeah, nice. And is this the start of more new music to come? Are we gearing up to an EP or an album or a bigger body of work?
Who knows, man? I mean, I'd love to do an album someday. It's definitely something I'd love to do. I think I wouldn't do it until I was like I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I think so. Unless it was like fully, solidly incredible, I probably wouldn't do it till then. But I don't know. I think there's a lot of good tunes in the pipeline that'll be coming out. So who knows, really?
Nice, nice. And you've been on tour over the last few days with some more dates to come. How's the touring been with Tom Meehan?
Yeah, he's been incredible, man. Really, really good. He's just one of the best showmen ever, and it's like learning from him each night is pretty incredible. And I just came back from Swansea last night, so yeah, it's cool seeing places. I've never even been to Swansea until last night. So a place called Sin City, but it was yeah, it was crazy. It was just. The crowds are so up for it. It's like even on a weekday, it's just like they're ready to party.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned that you've learned some stuff from him. What have you learned?
It's just crowd engagement, to be honest. Sort of when it comes to talking to, I mean, don't be sort of. I think sometimes when I'm playing up there, you can kind of fall into a habit of being so relaxed into it, and you've got to just keep the energy and momentum going. And Tom's really good at that, so I'm just sort of learning and watching and observing, really.
Yeah, and then you've got a different crowd when you've got some dates with Roseanne Reed as well.
Yeah, yeah, it's yeah, it'll be quite a shift in terms of performance, I'm sure. From what I'm going to be doing on this tour. But it's quite nice because the Roseanne Reid tour in Scotland means that I can do some songs which I probably wouldn't do on the Tom Meehan tour. So there'll probably be more sort of storytelling songs and nice acoustic stuff. And yeah, we're hitting all the main spots in Scotland really. So it should be good fun.
Yeah, nice. That takes us into April anyway. What's your plan after that and into festival season as well?
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, there's definitely some more music coming out, and I'm going to be recording some more stuff. I'm playing Black Deer Festival, which Cheryl Crow's going to as well. So that'd be good. But yeah, just loads of recording and stuff. I think, man, I really enjoy just trying to one up every single that I've put out, or piece of work that I've put out. So I just want to try and make this year the best in terms of releasing that I've done so far.
Yeah, sounds good to me. When it comes to the writing side of things, then, how do tracks normally start off for you?
Do you know what, Jim? It can honestly be loads of different kind of avenues you can go down. Sometimes it can be a song title for me, um, and like a song title can just come from someone saying it in the pub or like a film, even if it's in a film, like a line of something. Or it can just be a chorus, or you could just be singing something in the shower and you think actually that would probably be quite good. So it all comes from different ways. I haven't really got a strict kind of formula as how to do it, but yeah, they can come in all shapes really.
Nice. And with the lyrics side of things, how easy do you find it to put lyrics to your music?
Do you know what? That's another one. Sometimes it can be easier sometimes than other times. Like I think naturally I'm probably better at like melody rather than lyrics. And I've met loads of people who prefer doing lyrics over melody. But yeah, I think lyrics. I've started sort of looking into like newspapers and books, like random books. I've got like a Quentin Tarantino book of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in my room, and I was just reading that the other day and thinking like, God, there's actually like loads of pieces here you could just form into like the basis of a song. So I've been doing that really.
Yeah, nice. And I'd like to find out, as you're fairly new to the music industry, what made you do this in the first place?
Do you know what, Jim? I can't even remember myself. I've always loved music, and I was just I don't know I did audio production as a degree in sort of just before COVID hit us, and then I made an EP because I was pretty useless at the subject, if I'm honest. The whole subject was like, plugging cables in and working in a studio kind of thing, but I
Mm.
was better at creating the music rather than doing any of that stuff. So I just wrote and made an EP of my own to try and kind of scrape by, and it actually sounded all right. So I just kind of did that, and thank the world for that, because after COVID, that kind of kept me going for a little bit in terms of hope to make more music.
Yeah, for sure. And do you think you've now found the sound that you want to create going forward, or do you think there's more scope to try other things?
Oh, there's definitely more scope. I think I've certainly found, especially with the last two singles I've put out, so this one and the one in January, that's like the sound that I really love. But it's I always just want to. That's the thing. I always just want to try new and more different things. And the time that I've been working sort of professionally, as they could say, it's the same time that the Beatles went from their first album to Sergeant Pepper. And like when you put it like that, and I heard someone else talking about their music like that the other day. It's like, even though that was for '60s, they moved so quickly in terms of experimentation. I think sometimes these days it can be easy to be stuck in one thing for so long. So I kind of want to move, but keep the same sort of themes going on.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And you must have some aspirations of things you want to achieve. If you have to pick one thing that you have to do in your music career, what would you say that would be?
It's probably really boring, man, if I say this, but it is actually just have an album, have a debut album, and I'd love to just have it pressed on vinyl, just for
Mm.
my own like satisfaction, just to hold a vinyl of my own. You can put it in your collection as well. But yeah, that's just the main thing I'd love, because I just I'm a music fan before a musician, I'd say. So that's just what I'd love to do.
Nice, excellent. Tom, it's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
Jim, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate. Thank you for your time.